Hey yo, what's up everybody, it's JJ. Today we're coming back with a video talking about basically helium mining, and of course on this video itself you can learn how to basically understand what is this transmit scale, and of course how does this transmit scale affect your rewards, and of course how can you potentially basically make more than what you are making now. And of course I believe that most of you guys out there are just knowing that this helium miner itself is a plug and play, and after that from there you can generate passive income with just little knowledge, like as easy as 6 step install blah blah blah. And after that from there you guys are wrong about that, because in this video itself I'm going to basically explain through everything about helium mining, and of course from there you can understand more, and of course you can consider if let's say you want to basically get into the game itself. If not, you can just don't get it. I mean, that's the fact. And of course if you guys are interested in the channel, kindly hit the subscribe button, turn on post notification, and leave a thumbs up to this video. And of course before we jump into the topic itself, I'd like to introduce you to my Discord and Telegram channel itself. It is linked down below, just click on it. And of course if you're on Discord itself, feel free to read the rules and verification, click on the thumbs up, and you're able to access the other channel. And once you're in the channel itself, you can feel free to ask many questions, and from there we can have discussions, and of course I can try to help you as much as possible. And of course please do not ask me stupid question about what's the price of HNT in, I don't know, 10 years down the road or whatsoever. I'm going to tell you $1 million. And of course disclaimer itself, this is no financial advice, just my own personal opinion, and I did not force you to freaking use any link down below. It is just out of goodwill. You want to support the channel, feel free to use it. And right now we're going to basically jump into the introduction of what is helium mining first, for those who are super new to the channel. Right, for helium miner itself, the introduction, it is a very simple concept to understand, that basically they are trying to build this thing called the people's powered network. And of course from here itself, we know that our traditional data itself, the data plan itself, we use the satellite from our telco, and from there we pay a fee of like $50 per month, for example, for maybe 100 gigabyte. And we understand that within this 30 days itself, we can't completely complete the data that they given us, and of course from there it is going to be wasted. So over here they are on Helium itself, they're trying to build something to defeat all of this. And of course from there it is trying to build the internet of things to basically keep track of stuff that is real time, and after that live basically around the world itself. And after that from there they use this helium miner to basically act like a satellite, and from there you can generate passive income by validating blocks, transmitting data, and of course witnessing beacon, blah blah blah, many more. And I will say that this itself is quite interesting technology. And for those who are new itself, just want to know how to earn money itself, I believe that 50 or even 70% of people in the helium network, they do not know what the fuck is helium. And after that, I believe that most of you guys just know that, oh, this device, I just buy this device, plug it into the internet, and from there voila, I'm making millions. No, this is not how it works. And of course we are gonna basically talk about it in depthly. And of course I have a channel, I have a playlist talking all about helium itself. If you guys want to know more about it, it's gonna pop up above. And of course in this playlist itself, I spoke about what is helium mining and what you need to know. And of course previously, during last year before August, people are claiming to make $1,300 a day just by helium mining. And after that, what the fuck is going on, man? This is crazy money. And of course I bought my helium miner, blah blah blah, and from there I made a progress of basically I received the miner, I set it up, and after that, how does it work? And of course later do I realize that this is not just a simple plug and play machine, but of course you will need to have networking background. Basically you need to know how to operate a router, the back end of the router, how do you do static IP address, how do you do port forwarding, and after that the antenna itself, you have to understand antenna, yes. And after that from there you might be thinking like, oh my god, am I getting into this shit itself? Is this so hard to understand? But to be honest, if let's say you have the dedication and the hard work and of course the interest in this kind of technology, definitely, even though I started with I do not know what is antenna, I do not know how does all the signal and after that all those stuff work. And of course through my understanding and interest in the project itself, I came to know that how does the antenna work, and of course from there, yeah, understand how does all of this technology work, and of course bring you guys educational content. So we're gonna jump into the topic right now, basically the transmission scale, the transmit scales that people are talking about. Alright, so over here in Singapore itself, we can see that right now Singapore is quite saturated and there's a lot of miner. And of course during this hexagon itself, one hexagon can supposed to have basically they are recommending one hexagon to have maybe 4 to 5 miners. But of course we Singaporeans are greedy, and after that from there there's a lot of people knowing about this project, and after that chill here chill there, words of mouth, and from there everybody started buying this machine. And of course with little knowledge itself, they started plug and play their machine, and of course inserting just their postal code, and after that many more inserting blindly. So I'm going to explain it later. So over here the transmission scale itself is this icon over here. You can see the green one on the name itself is the status of the miner, is it online or offline, using the explorer. And of course over here some of them might be having 0.19, and after that 0.38, and after that 0.19, and you must be thinking to yourself, does this even matter? It's just a number. But of course if I'm going to explain it to you, basically the ultimate the best number that you can see is 1.0. So 1.0 equivalent to 100% of the rewards, and after that from there you can see 0.19 equivalent to 81% of the reward being slashed. And after that you might be thinking, oh my god, 81%, and after that how much is this person making? But it is still decent. I mean, like, not really decent for 30 days itself. It's only making 0.52 HNT, and compared to some other miner out there on the map itself, some of you guys might find the miner like making, I don't know, within 30 days they can make like 3 to even 5 HNT, and after you might be like, I might be like the guy, and then like you do not know how does this work, and after just buy the machine, later do you know, oh shit, I stay at level 2, and after that, yeah, fuck, man. I mean, like, that's what happened to me. I stay at level 2 and I bought, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm just at level 2, and after that, I don't even know how does it work, and of course, I dig deeper and understand how does the whole technology work. So over here, I'm going to talk about, should you insert blindly? By inserting blindly, I mean when you receive a device, you know that you need to basically do the Bluetooth connectivity to your hotspot, and from there you do the setup of like, okay, this is the miner, and after that I need to put the gain, the antenna gain, or I got this default antenna, the Rak one maybe, and after that I just select it, and after that like, oh, okay, this is the default one, and it automatically input a number there, 2.3, and after the dBi, and after that from there you might think, alright, the height, how do I do it, man? So from there you just do a aggregation of, oh, maybe I stay at level 4, this is maybe like, I don't know, 15 meter off the ground, and after you're happy to go, and the next thing that you pop up is insert your location. So over here, insert location itself, I mean, like, a lot of people are fucking this up so badly that the whole Helium ecosystem is fucked. Why do I say that? Because most of you guys out there, I believe that you do not even know what is this To Use Hotspotty. You just click, and after from there, oh, okay, they asked me for my location, so right now I'm going to insert my freaking postal code. So maybe your postal code is 123456, and you enter it, and after that over here, if we zoom into the map itself, maybe that the location is pinpointed, and maybe this building, this is the building that you are living in. But of course, obviously you do not know what the fuck is going on, you just enter it, and after that, the map just pinpoint to the center of the location, and from there you don't know if, let's say, the center of the location on yours, like during in the same block itself, you do not know that if there's any miner. So from there, just click on insert, and then that's it, man. Maybe somebody is having a happy good life of 0.5 transmission scale, but you insert it near to him within 50 meter or within 100 meter, the reward straight away gets slashed into 0.25, and after from there you are fucked, and now the person is fucked, and after everybody in the whole hex is fucked. So over here we're gonna basically talk about why should you use Hotspotty. Alright, so by looking at this Explorer itself, you might be thinking, alright, there's a lot of hacks. Oh, there's 11 miners in this hack, and after maybe, oh, there's 5 miners in this hack, and after you might be like, oh, they are just in this hack, it might be fine. But over here, we can't see the exact location pinpointed on the Explorer itself. That's why you use Hotspotty. Over here on Hotspotty, you can freaking look at the whole map, and you know where is the miner at. And of course, I'm just going to use this kind canvas turtle itself, which is in this hack itself, so we can see, oh, so in this hack itself we have a few miners, and after that it is located near to each one another, and after from there you might be thinking, oh, okay, I can use this app itself to optimize my insertion of location. How can I not affect others people's earning, and at the same time I can improve my earnings as well? So these are the things that you should know on why you must use Hotspotty. And after that from there, this is basically a small guide through on how to use the Hotspotty app itself. We are going to talk about it right now. Alright, I'm just going to use somebody's hotspot itself. It's not mine. I'm just going to use it off the map itself. So I'm going to use this king canvas turtle itself. So I believe that this guy over here, I'm just assuming that you just do not know what is the Hotspotty, and you just insert your location. Maybe you are living, I don't know, man, maybe you are living at somewhere around here. You just enter your location, and after that, tada, you have been entered into this location, and you scroll down. Oh my fucking god, the transmission scale is 0.38, and I affecting the people in the hex itself. So if let's say you know that the reward scale itself over here, this tab itself, there is this thing called the placement simulation. That means it is a fake one, so you can just play around with the position. You can, somehow people might call it a spoof, but of course I know that it is not really a spoof. But of course, if let's say you are living in the block itself, for example, you are staying in this building itself, we can see this building is quite high. By moving around, you can see, yep, something like that. So if you are staying in this building itself, and of course, if let's say you are not really staying at this exact pinpoint location itself, maybe you are facing the road itself, you can basically insert your miner nearer to the edge of the building, nearer to the road itself, because the GPS itself is not 100% accurate thing. So you have to account for maybe some of the what is that called, undetected signal. It might just jump around. If let's say you're using a freaking mobile phone and you're in the shopping center, it might sometimes pop you at opposite the block, and after that from there, this is how the GPS signal work, exactly the same as Helium as well. So you just use this itself, and after on the simulation you click on edit placement. I'm just going to click it for you, and over here we can see that if let's say I'm leaving maybe over here, I'm just going to put it out a bit. If I click on confirm, and it will register. I mean, like, it is just a fake one. So I scroll down. Oh, fucking hell, my transmission scale went up to 0.54. So this is the magic of simulation, and of course I believe that most of you guys must freaking know how to use the Hotspotty tool before you insert your miner. To be honest, I'm just gonna do a guide right now to tell you how to do your miner itself, how do you insert, and after that from there I'm gonna guide you through on everything before you insert your freaking miner on the map itself. So today we are gonna make fuck tons of money right now. Alright, so the first thing itself, you need to basically log in your account, and after that from there, once you have logged into your account using Discord on Hotspotty itself, head over to the workspace, and on the workspace itself, just click on it, and after that over here, first of all, maybe you do not have you did not even download the application, and after you do not have a wallet address, so you can't have a wallet. Doesn't matter. First thing you need to do is basically head over to the location. So I'm just going to click on the location, and after that, I'm just going to add a location. For example, maybe I'm staying at, I don't know, man, 68347 I don't know. I just enter any random location, click on it, and after that, from there, I'm going to put this. Oh, this is home sweet home for your own reference. And of course, for those who are unsure about the meter, the height, and whatever itself, from my knowledge itself, if I'm not wrong, HDB itself from level 1 to level 2 itself, it is around 3.2 meter, and after that from level 2 onwards, every level itself, it is around 2.6 meter. So for example, I'm living at I'm living at level 5, so I'm going to take 2.6 times 4 plus the level 1 to level 2 itself, plus around 3.2, something like that. I do not know, this is just a rough gauge, so I'm just going to round it up to 14. Okay, so I'm going to save this location. So once I've saved the location itself, it is going to show me a few stats over here. You can see, okay, so the simulated transmission scale is 1.0. So okay, I do not know exactly how many miner is nearby my house, so I'm just going to click on home sweet home, and I click on it, and wow, this is a scary shit, man. Over here, I'm seeing the transmission scale expected to be 0.25 to 0.5, and of course, if I click on reward scales itself, I can see that in this hex itself, because within this hex itself, it is less than 150 or 200 meter, I would say around 300 meter. We're just gonna do a gauge. So over here, from here to here is around 150 meters. So we know that within 150 meter radius itself, there shouldn't be a miner nearby each other, because you guys can get fucked by this. Once it's within a 150 meter radius, if let's say I really insert a hotspot over here, my transmission scale will become 0.27, and of course this fella's transmission scale is already 0.27, and I'm going to make it worsen, and once it's worsened, then that's it, man. I mean, like, GG well played. So I'm just going to go back to my location, home sweet home. So over here, I'm going to click on the reward scale itself. So over here, we're going to use the simulation. Just click over to this reward scale itself, and over here you can basically play around. You can look at the hex itself. So over here we can see that this over here is a big ass hex itself. I would ask you to ignore that totally, because if you click on the reward simulation itself, it is going to show you only your criteria, your nearby range itself. So for my case itself, I'm looking at this small hexagon that is around 150 meter radius, and after that, from there, I can make my transmission scale better just by doing this itself, edit placement, and after that, I can maybe say like, okay, maybe I'm living at this building itself, but of course, maybe I'm just inside the building. I want to maybe trick the place itself, but of course I would say that it is not recommended. But of course, for the sake of everybody, you can be the greater hero just by moving your location a bit, because to be honest, you cannot freaking detect 100% that the hotspot is at the, I don't know, at the top of the building, at the end of this edge itself. You can't possibly, if you are living here, if you put a hotspot there, they can't really determine that you are staying at this exact location, because the GPS itself is not a freaking, I don't know, $1 million technology or a 500k technology to exactly pinpoint if you are, even though underground or whatever in the building, inside a container or whatsoever, they still can't pinpoint the location, because the GPS signal that they use is not really that strong. I would say it's quite budget, because the miner itself is only $500 freaking dollars, and I would say that this is the concept that you need to know. So over here, maybe I'm living over here at the edge. I just want to put my location here. I click on confirm, and of course it is going to tell me, alright, so if you put here over here, if you scroll down, your transmission scale would be only 0.45 due to the fact that this area itself has too many hotspot itself, so you can't exactly get a perfect 0.5 or 1 transmission scale because of the resolution. Maybe that there's too many hotspot in the area itself. It's quite saturated, so you can see this whole area itself is yellow color because half of Singapore itself has already occupied quite a lot of the hotspot itself, and of course you can't get a perfect 1 score in this region itself. So in this region itself you can't get a perfect 1, but of course you can make it better by not staying in somebody's hex itself, nearby somebody's hex. So this is the location that I've optimized, and after that, from there I'm getting this 0.45. If let's say I remove the placement, it is a freaking 0.27, and of course it is a half of your rewards being slashed. And of course you might be thinking, is this transmission scale really really affecting the rewards itself? Yes, it's gonna freaking affect your performance, and after that your rewards itself. So 1% equals 100% of the reward is gonna be yours. And of course if let's say you're getting like 0.1 itself, you're losing 90% of the freaking rewards. And of course you can do that just by spoofing a little bit. I will not say whatever. So how do I like spoof slash optimize? The better word is optimize. How do I optimize my Helium miner before I insert the location? I will just say, I will look at the map itself. If let's say I'm really staying at this area itself, I will just look at the map. Okay, so I have somebody nearby me, and of course I can't be fucking with him because I want to make more money, and of course I want to make the network make more money, everybody make more money just by looking at Hotspotty a bit, and after that find a little bit of landmark to play around with. So over here we know that this map itself, there's a road over here and there's a road over here, and we can see there's some building over here. So I'm going to use the intersection of this building as my landmark to basically insert the location. So I'm just going to do a simulation over here. Confirm. Okay, so it's just a 25 meter apart from my actual location. Not really affecting much, of course. So over here, once you have already inserted in your Hotspotty app itself, what you need to do is basically head over to your Helium app itself, pair blah blah blah, whatever it is. Once it's done, go to the Helium app at the last part itself to basically insert location. Look out for, just enter your postal code. I mean, like once you're in the Helium app itself, it's going to show you exactly the location you're at, because based off your mobile phone, your location is there. And of course, it is not really accurate, because if let's say you're under a building or whatsoever, something is interfering the GPS signal, you might be popping strangely around like this building, or maybe the follow arrow, maybe this building, or maybe you're gonna pop up at this building, depending on how good your phone is. If let's say your phone is trash, maybe you'll be popping around that. Yes, and of course, if let's say you're using a latest iPhone, you might be popping around somewhere around here from the actual location, but not exactly location, maybe here a bit. And of course, on the app itself, you can choose your postal code, of course. And I will not really recommend people to enter the postal code and straight away insert your location, because you can really look on Hotspotty on, like, maybe you're living nearby, and after that, maybe let's say somebody is living very near you, and after that you want to basically avoid a little bit of the hex itself, not stay in the hex, and of course slash each other's reward, being a stupid idiot. And I would say that most of the people out there do not know about this application and how does this thing work. So this is in a nutshell how can you like play with Hotspotty, and after that from there you can optimize your location by looking at the map, and after that from there using the simulation to basically play around, and after that from there you can increase your transmission scale by a little bit, but of course no guarantee from making it from 0.1 to 1.0 unless you freaking move your location to a Malaysia place. So over here on Malaysia, it's quite empty. If you have friends or family over there, feel free to put your hotspot there, and after that you can definitely get a 1.0 scale, and of course with a strong enough antenna you can witness a bit here and there, and after that make a little bit of rewards. So I would say it's totally up to you how you want to play the game. So this is just a little bit of tip for you guys. For example, this is happening over here. We can see if you're gonna live nearby each other, and after that you want to basically optimize each other, just edit placement a bit on Hotspotty. This is not the actual place where you edit the hotspot's location. It is just a simulation place for you to play around, and after that from there optimize the hotspot nearby you, and of course you can play around with it. So let's say I want to edit this fucker's location, or I mean like this person's location. I just click on it, and after that, ooh, I can go here, and after that from here you can see, oh, the hotspot has went from here to here, but on the actual map itself it is not moved, because this is just a simulation tool. So do not be like a crazy person thinking that you can basically shift everybody's hotspot into one single location and yours at a 1.0 scale. It will never freaking happen, because ultimately everything is happening on the Explorer, and after that from there you have to use the app to edit a location. So bear in your mind itself, if let's say you accidentally asserted a location already onto the postal code, whatever you type in, and after that right now you might be thinking that, okay, I already asserted my location, and of course right now I watch this video and I know that I need to adjust my location. Bear in mind, you need to have around $10.55 worth of HNT to basically do this kind of action, and I mean that this $10.55 is in USD, and after that from there it is in Helium. So you need to load up your Helium wallet to basically do the adjustment. So yeah, basically every adjustment you do is going to cost you $10 for changing of location, and of course for your antenna, and of course for your what is that called, the height itself is going to only cost you like 55 cents or something like that. So it is quite cheap to do that, but of course changing location is going to cost you a little bit more. So choose wisely, and of course really read on how to use Hotspotty, and after that from there adjust your location. So once you already inserted your location, you have your hotspot wallet itself. Just feel free to add your wallet itself. Once you added your wallet itself, it's going to search for all the hotspot over there, and over here once you have the app itself, on the hotspot tab itself, you will see your hotspot, and you can monitor your hotspot if let's say it's online or not. So I'm just going to do an example. Go over to map itself, I'm going to click on whatever is this. So over here we're going to talk about like relay itself. You want to run the real-time status, just click on the hotspot that you own, click on real-time status check, and after that from there it's going to click on the run, and eventually wait for a few seconds, and it's going to show you the real-time status. Alright, this miner is online, it is not on relay, it is listening to port 44158. And over here we can see the ping itself. The ping itself is 387. So for seeing a high ping itself, it is normal because you are pinging using Hotspotty to the server, and after that from there the server routing back to Hotspotty. So it's gonna take a little higher ping itself. Do not be alarmed about that, this is just normal thing. So basically I've come to the end of the video. If you like the video, kindly hit the thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and turn on post notification, and I'm going to see you on the next one. Bye bye, peace.